Hello crafty friends, welcome to the penultimate day of Die Cut December 2025. Let's see what the random number generator chooses today. 24 confetti, done that. 90 wreaths. Right, so these are all my wreath dies or wreath type dies. These two are proper wreaths. This one's got flowers and foliage and this one's just leaves. This one is a kind of string of stars, but I'd call that a wreath, a starry wreath. And then these are whimsical circles with little dots on, but you can kind of build interesting wreath type shapes with it. Now I just need to decide what I'm going to do today. I think I'm going to start with these two and cut them out from cardstock just to get a feel for what they're going to look like. So here we have the leafy one. And this is one with flowers on it. I did manage to mangle it as I pulled it out, but this is just to get an idea. I was wondering about using them together and popping the smaller foliagey flowery one on top of the leafy one. They do sort of work well size-wise, I think. I could break it apart and use that as like a little arc. Or I could cut a bit more and fill in the gap there. Once it's sort of all layered up together, no one would ever know. I'm also wondering about keeping the wreaths themselves one colour, so maybe a variety of greens, and then layering on some die cut flowers different to these ones. So these wreaths just form a kind of green base for some flowers to go on top. Got a couple of scraps of white card here. They're different textures. They're both hammered, but this one is lightly hammered, I'd say, and this one is more deeply hammered textured. I've taped them on the back with a bit of washi tape so I can handle them as one piece of card. So this is something you can do with white scraps. And I want to start with some speckled egg distress oxide, which is a bluey green but very pale, and I've mixed it with some water and I'm going to smush it all over this with my smusher. Now I'll dry that and I'll add another layer and dry that again. And now I'm going to give it a bit of shimmer and shine by spritzing it with this white pearl shimmer spray. And now it's time for one last final really thorough dry. So I think I will use the lighter one for the bigger leaves so that I've got the lightest one in the background, and then this one for the flower and leafy one. It's also the larger piece, so I could cut two out and then piece it together to make a full circle, a larger full circle. So I've cut those out, they're looking good. I'm just going to maybe go around the edge of some of the leaves with some of the ice spruce on a finger dauber, just to add a bit of intensity here and there so it doesn't look quite so flat. And I'll do the same for these as well. So for this one, I'm going to snip it about here on the end of this flower. And I'll put some dots of glue here and there on the back and place it on top of this one, trying to get it over the centre where the vine leaf branch thing is. And use my tweezers to angle it into place, just so it overlaps the cut edges of the first one. So that's two completely different wreath dies used to create one wreath. Now I'm thinking I'm going to have my wreath coming in from the side here on my card blank and coming in from the side here, so I can take the bit that I chop off here and stick it on there. But before I do any of that, I'm going to spatter on some metallic. A little bit, I was going to say a little bit up there, but that was quite a lot, but I think that's fine. And some more down here. leaving some white space hopefully. And we'll dry that. Now before I stick my wreath down, I want to add a Just For You sentiment in a nice scripty font in the middle of the card in kind of all directions between the two corners. I've put my rule of thirds acetate grid there just to help me with the positioning. And now I'll pick it up with Dawn just to make sure it looks relatively straight. And I can take that out and now I can stamp it. This is a silicone stamp, it's not a photopolymer. And I find a good black for silicone stamps is VersaFine Onyx Black ink. And this is quite textured cardstock, so I might have to do 2 stampings. Nope, perfect as it is. So I'm going to put glue just on the back of these large leaves. We'll place it on about there. Give that a second to stick down. Then I'll use my scissors to chop off this bit and stick that bit down there. And I think we'll just have a kind of corner to keep it small. To make my flowers, I'm going to use this die which cuts out lots of different sizes of flowers. And I've got a scrap of the hammered textured white card. I'm just going to swipe Tattered Rose Distress Oxide over because I want to make my flowers warm coloured so they contrast nicely with the cool coloured leaves. And add some saltwater taffy on top. These are nice pastels so they won't be too in your face compared to that speckled egg leafage. Again, I'm going to spritz it with the white pearl spray to give it some shimmer and shine. Dry that and die cut. So I've cut these out and sorted them out into sizes, and now I'm going to make some double layer flowers, putting a smaller one on top of a larger one and rotating the petals so that they fit in the gap between the petals on the bottom one. For glue, I'm using high-tack white glue. This just holds everything in place while it dries, and all I'm doing is dipping the top flower into the glue and then placing it on. And I think this will give me enough for both portions of wreath. Chopping off the overhanging bits of the wreath, now they're stuck down. Now I'll take my flowers and add those. I'm going to put the big ones at the top. And then add some smaller ones down the bottom. Sort of anchor flowers. And then sprinkle in the rest. Some of the small flowers I didn't add a second layer to because they don't really need it. You can stick them over the flowers on that second wreath, top wreath. Just tuck them around and about the place until you've got enough. Now there's a bit of that wreath there that's sticking right up in the air, and that's going to get caught or ripped, so I'll add a bit of glue to it. There's a bit of overhanging flower there. Now for some flower centres, I'm going to use Pale Gold Nouveau drops and just put a tiny little dot in the, whoops, that's a bit big, tiny little dot in the middle of each one. And to help those dots settle out a bit and flatten down, not look quite so tall, I'll just slap the card down like that, and that should help. Now I think the card is finished, but I want to add a doodly black border, and that will just tie in this. So you'll have to let me know what you think, whether you think it's better without it or better with it, because I can always make this card again without it. To create my doodly borders, I just use this gel pen and do 1, 2, 3 lines. And I don't worry about the wonk. If you do multiple wonky lines, it looks like they were meant to be wonky all along, which they are really. And whoops, I'll just do a couple of little squiggles, almost like the ends of threads. in a few places where the lines kind of meet. Yeah, I like that. I think it needed that extra bit of black. But you let me know what you think. Right, there you go. Another card made. The second to last die cut December video finished. I hope you've enjoyed it. Hope you like the card. Hope it's given you some ideas. Actually, what I'm going to do, once everything's stuck down, I'm going to tease these petals up a little bit so they're not flat. They've got a bit of dimension. Just like that for a few of the flowers. Right. As I say, that's this card and this video finished. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you back here tomorrow for the last day of Die Cut December 2025. Bye for now.